Good morning, Year 6. This is our final maths lesson of the week then. Today we're still looking at converting between different units of measure, but today we're looking at converting between units of length. Just like the last couple of days, before we go into the main part of our lesson, we're going to do our daily arithmetic practice and then our times table practice. First of all, the arithmetic is on the screen then, just like you've been doing this week. I want everyone to have a go at the first 6 questions. If you want, you can challenge yourself and have a go at the stretch questions too. If you want to pause the video now and have a go at those questions. Okay, we'll go through the answers then. So for question 1, a simple short multiplication, 6 times 52, the answer you should have got was 312 for that one. Question 2, 560, take away something equals 510. So we're trying to work out that missing number. Today that question mark's in a different place, but we were still trying to work out what that missing number was. And today the missing number was 50. 560, take away 50 would give you the answer 510. Question 3, 6.2 times by 100. You need to move those digits 2 places to the left. So once again, 6.2 times 100. The 6, if I moved it 1 place, it goes to the tens column, but I'm moving it 2 places, so it goes to the hundreds column, and I get the answer 620. The next question, number 4, 9 divided by 10. I just need to move that 9, which is in my ones column at the moment. I need to move that 9 1 place, so the answer becomes 0.9. Okay, question 5, I'm adding fractions. Remember, to add fractions, I've got to find the common denominator. So I'm looking for a denominator that is in both the 4 times table and the 3 times table. So the common denominator that I would go for here is 12. So you've got a quarter, add 2/3. And we want to turn those denominators to be out of 12. So the question I have to ask myself is, what do I times 4 by to get a 12 on the bottom or for the denominator? I'm timesing by 3. Whatever I do to the bottom, I've got to do to the top. So I would end up with 3/12. My other fraction, I've got 3 for my denominator. I ask myself, what do I times it by to give me a denominator 12? I'm timesing it by 4 on the bottom, so times by 4 on the top, which gives me 3/12, add 8/12, which gives me 11/12. Okay, question 6. Again, it's all about finding that common denominator. So I'm looking for a number that is in the 2 times table, the 4 times table, and in the 12 times table. So again, the common denominator I'm going to go for with this question is going to be 12. So I'm going to write those fractions out again, but this time with denominators of 12. So what do I times 2 by to get the denominator 12? I've got to times it by 6. I do the same to the top, so it becomes 6/12. What do I times 4 by to get the denominator 12? I times it by 3. Do the same to the top, so it becomes 9/12. This fraction, realise my answer's over the top of it, it was 1/12. I don't need to change that one at all. It's already got a denominator of 12, so I can leave that exactly as it is. And then I'm going to do 6/12, add 9/12 is 15/12, add my 1/12, gives me 16/12. Okay, the stretch questions then. The answer for number 1 was 114,639. And the answer for question 2 was 65. Okay, the next thing then we'd like you to have a go at, just make sure you can see all those times tables there. We'd like you to spend 1 minute, time yourself for 1 minute, and have a go at the times tables on the screen. Okie dokes. Hopefully you've had a go at those then year 6. We're going into the main part of our lesson now. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, today we're going to be looking at problems involving length. Now, length is a little bit trickier than mass and capacity that we've looked at earlier in the week. And the reason it's a little bit trickier is there is lots of different units of length. So when we looked at mass, we only looked at converting between grams and kilograms. When we looked at capacity, we only looked at converting between millilitres and litres. But for length, we've got millimetres, centimetres, metres and kilometres that we're going to look at today. So there's quite a bit in this lesson. So first of all, we've got our keys to success down at the bottom here. Just to remind us that there are 10 millimetres in 1 centimetre. Now, if you forget that in a test, for example, you'll always have a ruler, so you can look at a ruler to remind yourself of that. And here I've got 1 centimetre, and I can see these are my millimetres, and if I count them, there are 10 millimetres to 1 centimetre. Okay, so the millimetres are the little lines. We also need to know that there are 100 centimetres in 1 metre. 100 centimetres in a metre. So for our Fluency 1 today, we're just going to be looking at those things. The fact that there are 10 millimetres in a centimetre and the fact that there are 100 centimetres in a metre. So first of all, I'm going to just do some little questions and show you how I would solve them. So if a question asks me, what is 12 millimetres in centimetres? If it said 12 millimetres, convert this to centimetres. I know if I'm in millimetres and I want to convert to centimetres, I just need to divide by 10. So if I take my 12 and I just need to move it 1 place, okay, because I'm dividing by 10, 12 millimetres is 1.2 centimetres. Question might ask you to do that the other way around. It might give you the number of centimetres and it might ask you how many millimetres. So it might say, what's 2.6 centimetres in millimetres? Now this time I need to take my 2.6. They've given me it in centimetres, but I want to know it in millimetres, so I've got to times it by 10. So I move my digits 1 place. So 2.6 centimetres is 26 millimetres. Okay, you might also get some questions that ask you to move between centimetres and metres. So if a question said, what is 120 centimetres in metres? Okay, so it's given me in centimetres, but I want to know it in metres, so I need to divide by 100, because there are 100 centimetres in a metre. So I take my 120, divide by 100 means I need to move my digits 2 places to the right. So I end up with 1.2 metres. 120 centimetres is 1.2 metres. And again, they might ask you to do that the other way round. So a question might say, what is 2.6 metres in centimetres? So I've got 2.6 metres. This time I've got to times it by 100. So my digits need to move 2 places to the left. So 2.6 metres is 260 centimetres. Okay, I'd like you to have a go at the Fluency 1 questions then for me, Year 6. So if I just move that out of the way, there are 12 questions there for Fluency 1. So if you pause the video now and have a go at those questions, and then I will go through the answers. Okay, hopefully you've had a go at those questions. So question 1, 12 millimetres is 1.2 centimetres. Number 2, 15 millimetres is 1.5 centimetres. Number 3, 560 millimetres is 56 centimetres. Number 4, 5 millimeters is 0.5 centimeters. Number 5, 4 centimeters is 40 millimeters. Number 6, 5.5 centimeters is 55 millimeters. Number 7, 2 meters is 200 centimeters. Number 8, 5.6 meters is 560 centimeters. Number 9, 200 centimeters is 2 meters. Number 10, 350 centimeters is 3.5 meters. Number 11, 25 centimeters is 0.25 meters. And number 12, 12 centimeters is 0.12 meters. Hopefully you got on all right with those then, Year 6. We're going to have a look now at Fluency 2. Okay, so Fluency 2, we're looking at converting between meters and kilometers. And the important thing to know here is that there are 1,000 meters in a kilometer. Okay, so this is similar to when you've been converting between grams and kilograms, and when you've been converting between milliliters and liters earlier in the week. And if you notice, all of those words start with the word kilo. Kilo means 1,000. So the question might ask you if what is 1,200 meters in kilometers? So I'm going from meters to kilometers, so I need to divide that by 1,000. So I take my 1,200 and I need to move it 3 places to the right. So I get the answer 1.2 kilometers. 1,200 meters is 1.2 kilometers. A question might ask you to do that the same thing but the other way round. So it might give you the number of kilometers but ask you how many meters. So it might say, what's 2.9 kilometers in meters? So this time I want to times by 1,000. So I want to move my digits 3 places to the left. So 2.9 kilometers is 2,900 meters. Okay then, Year 6, there are some fluency questions for you to have a go at there on the screen. So if you want to pause the video now and have a go at those questions. Okay, I will go through the answers then. So for question 1, 1,000 meters is 1 kilometer. Question 2, 1,200 meters is 1.2 kilometers. Question 3, 5,600 meters is 5.6 kilometers. Question 4, 500 meters is 0.5 kilometers. Question 5, 50 meters is 0.05 kilometers. Quite a tricky one, that one. Number 6, 5 kilometers is 5,000 meters. Number 7, 4.5 kilometers is 4,500 meters. Number 8, 0.3 kilometers is 300 meters. And number 9, 16 kilometers is 1,600 meters. Okay. So that's our fluency. The problem-solving questions today, again, just like yesterday, we've set up the main problem-solving questions, which will be applying your fluency knowledge to some word problems. But we've also set up a challenge for you again today. And I know lots of you enjoyed doing that yesterday, so I'm hoping lots of you will give that a go again today as well. So the main questions on maths.co.uk will be something like the one on the screen here. So it says change 5 meters into centimeters. So doing exactly what we were doing on the fluency, I want you to have a go at these 2 questions. Pause the video, have a go at these 2 questions, and then I will tell you the answers. Okay, 5 meters into centimeters. To convert from meters to centimeters, you had to times by 100. So 5 meters is 500 centimeters. And the next one, change 9 centimetres into millimetres. For this one, there are 10 millimetres in a centimetre, so you had to times by 10. So 9 centimetres is 90 millimetres. If you had a ruler, you could have used that to help you work that out as well, and you could have looked at that. Okay. My final slide that I'm going to share with you then, Year 6, is some of the challenge style questions. So you can have a go at these along with me in the video, and I'll do the answers, but also remember there's a challenge on maths.co.uk today as well. So first question then on the screen. Seb made a jump of 2.5 metres. Kirsty's jump was 15 centimetres longer. How long was Kirsty's jump? If you'd like to pause the video and have a go before I go through the answers, then you can do. Right, Seb made a jump of 2.5 metres. Right, I know 2.5 metres is 250 centimetres. Kirsty's jump was 15 centimetres longer. So if I do 250 add 15, I know Kirsty jumped 265 centimetres. So how long was Kirsty's jump? It was 265 centimetres. Okay, question 2, so this question here, I'd like you to have a read and pause the video and have a go at that one now. Okay, to be able to do this question, you need to convert all the measurements to the same unit. So I would make them all centimetres here. So we've got one that's already in centimetres, sorry, 2 that are already in centimetres, but we're going to change the other 2 to centimetres so that we can compare them. So 25 millimetres is 2.5 centimetres, and half a metre is 50 centimetres. Right, now I know that, I can put them in order from smallest to largest. So the smallest one, or the shortest one, is 2.5 centimetres, but I need to write the original question. So my shortest is 25 millimetres. So I'm going to cross that one out because I know I've used that. My next shortest is 3.5 centimetres. I'm going to cross that one out. Next shortest is 20 centimetres. And I'm left with my final one, half a metre, which must be the longest one. Okay, final challenge questions for you to have a think about in the video then. And I think this is the hardest question so far. Dave and Steve are in a high jump competition. Dave jumps 1.25 metres. Steve jumps 1.4 metres. Who jumps higher? We've got to choose Dave or Steve. And then we've got to say how much higher does that person jump. So pause the video now, have a think about the question and have a go. And then I'll go through the answer. Okie dokes. Dave jumps 1.25 metres. So I need to know what a quarter is as a decimal, and hopefully you've remembered that a quarter is 0.25. But Dave jumps 1.25 metres, so he jumps 1.25 metres. And Steve jumps 1.4 metres. Then, so I now know who jumped the furthest. Well, I know Steve jumped the furthest. He jumped 1.4 metres, whereas Dave jumped only 1.25. But the next part says, how much further? Give your answer in metres. So I need to do a column subtraction. 1.4, take away 1.25. Remember, I'm lining up my decimal points to do this. Right, I need a placeholder in there. 0, take away 5. Well, I can't do that, so I need to go to the tens column and exchange. 10 take away 5 gives me 5. 3 take away 2 gives me 1. I need my decimal point in my answer. 1 take away 1 gives me nothing. So giving my answer in metres, which is what the question asked me to do, My answer is 0.15 metres. Okay. If I've lost you on those tricky questions towards the end there, don't worry too much, because those are the challenge questions for today. Okay. So if you log into maths.co.uk, have a go at the main lot of questions, but if you do want to challenge yourself, have a go at the second lot of questions as well for me. Okay, Year 6, I hope you get on all right with that.